y'all. What's going on?
Hey, welcome to the Really Shady Recap and Review panel. I apologize, guys. I am off camera because I don't know what's going on with my internet, but yeah, y'all ain't gonna get me caught up on this Sunday on screen looking crazy. All right. But we appreciate y'all being here with us for this lovely recap of this. Was it entertaining, y'all? Were y'all entertained by this first part?
I was entertained. I was shocked, but I was definitely entertained. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, I was as well. Yes, it was. I will say, I haven't seen a reunion for this show this good in a while. So I'll give them that. I'll give them that. Hey, DeMarcus, a happy Black History Month. Hey, Jaguar. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Mr. Calori or Miss Terry Calori. Hey, Miss Terry. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Quay. Hey, everybody. Oh, you can't wait. Yes. So, yeah, y'all. If you haven't already, as you're coming in, please go ahead and do us a favor and do what? Hit that like button. And if you aren't already, please go ahead and subscribe. All right. And y'all, I ain't gonna waste no time. I'm gonna run this intro. Hey, Miss French Kiss. Hey, Michi Music. And we'll do a little bit of housekeeping after I run.
I can't see any of these names. Why I can't see these people?
Really, you can't see them here? Or maybe because
my side is moving slow, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like my something's going on my end. Hey, Ash Tuck, look at everybody rolling in. Hey, Roni Magby.
You getting your hair did, girl? Tracy said she was getting her hair braided in the morning, honey.
Okay, what did she go to one of the shops out here? Oh, okay, Tracy. Let me know how it turns out.
Appointment down here.
Hey, Extra Smoke Dragon. Hey, Vacay.
We had a good time yesterday at our candle making hang.
Yes, we did. Hey, Rave. Hey, Ravine. Look, I always mess it up because you didn't change your name. But hey, Ravine. But yeah, y'all, we'll get back to you after we run this intro and get into this reunion, y'all. Let's get shady.
Last drip on the skyline paint. Shade in the city, true hit like a banger. I said it, I meant it, no need for disclaimers. Haters right away, but they just false claimers. Concrete beats are heavy like cinder. Looking for one, but the streets feel winter. No filters, no edits, I'm raw with my splinters. My life a movie, they watching the trailer. Said it, I'm not gonna hold you. Shade in the city, the life in the mood. You like and subscribe if you feeling the vibe. This is my word, I just let you inside. Said in the city, I'm not gonna hold you. Shade in the city, my words gon' console you. Like and subscribe if you feeling the vibe.
Trees, you there? Uh-oh. Did we lose Trees, y'all?
Last drip on the skyline paint. Shade in the city, true hit like a banger. I said it, I meant it, no need for disclaimers. Haters right away, but they just false claimers. Concrete beats are heavy like cinder. Looking for one, but the streets feel winter. No filters, no edits, I'm raw with my splinters.
Can y'all hear me? Stop it. I apologize, y'all. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. It just wouldn't stop. I apologize. I was doing everything I could. I gave y'all the disclaimer before I even came up here. This was acting funny. But anyway, y'all, look, Ravine said remix.
Listen, y'all, I cannot see the comments on my end, so I apologize.
KJ said StreamYard is tripping.
Okay, yeah, I apologize if I'm not speaking. The last comment, I'm definitely, and I see them on the screen, but they're small. Y'all know I'm blind, so I'm doing the best I can.
Tracy said that was an experience, not even a class. I learned so much. It absolutely was.
It was more than it. I think class does. It sells it short because it was definitely more to it.
Right. So yeah, y'all. So we start off this reunion. Let me get in our respective corners and let me get into my I need to get into my chat because I already see what's the demons are on demon time. Hold on. And I don't have a moderator. Sorry.
What you need? You got a troll?
Yep.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So here we are, y'all. Can you see the pic? You can't see the pic, Ravine? Oh, you mean the pictures from the candle making? I'm gonna post them. I'm gonna do a whole little shebang. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Boo. So yes, we had a great time yesterday, and it, like Tracy said, it was a whole experience. And then we went and got some food, good food, and just fellowship. And it was a good time. I loved it. Where is Vince? I don't know where Vince is, but Vince, this is your time, sir. You bring it to the front. Bring it to the front, sir, because you was not. It was not looking good for you.
You got some splaining to do, Vince.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Vacay. So yeah, you got some splaining to do. So Tommy does start off the reunion. He lets the Detroit people know that they're the flyest group of singles that I think we've seen in a while. And I gotta give him that. I'll give him that. So he said that Diamond couldn't make it. The sad part is I forgot Diamond was on the show.
Baby, I don't even remember who.
I'm sorry, her name was Dominique. Was it Dominique or was it Diamond?
It was Diamond, and I felt bad because I don't remember her.
I don't
She must
either.
have been eliminated early because I do not remember her.
She was eliminated like one of the first or second episodes, I feel like. But maybe that's why we didn't really get to know her. Yes, Vince is in the hot seat. Good. Hey, Miss Gigi. Good cold morning. I caught so many flies because my mouth couldn't shut from all the surprises. You funny,
baby. And listen, if that was the first part, I can only imagine what we're gonna get in the second part. Because they normally don't put all the good stuff in the first part.
Mm-hmm. But see, I hope that's why I hope they don't dumb it down. But I am happy that they didn't do Dom and Bello and Ashley and Darius in the same part. And again, I wasn't expecting Vince out the gate. That was real interesting for me.
Oh yeah, Vince, that definitely shocked me.
Yeah,
I was surprised that they started with any of the final couples. You know what I mean?
Look, Brandon said, "Don't feel bad, really, B. I don't remember her either." Quay said Diamond was the first one eliminated. Okay, all right, thank you, Quay.
That's why, yeah. They would, and the thing is, look, I ain't mad at her for coming because they wouldn't have hardly talked to her anyway.
That's true. She would have just because I felt I didn't feel bad, but I don't think we're ever gonna hear anything from what's his name, Xavier. Like I almost forgot he was on the show. I was like, he's just sitting back there, just smiling. Right, just smiling. Jaguar said it was looking good for Vince from my point of view. He's out here clapping 3 sets of cheeks. Everyone was watching Darius, but Vince slid under the radar. That's true.
Right. Everybody had their eyes on Darius and Bello, but Vince, he sure did.
Ash Tuck says she was the lawyer with the horrible fashions. Who are you talking about? Oh, okay. I know. Yeah,
the attorney.
Oh, that's a good point. But yeah, her fashions weren't the best. Hey, Lot Queen. Vince was a whole garden tool. Absolutely, Ronnie.
Baby, Vince was for the streets. Then look, I've been defending Vince. I don't have nothing for him. I do have a little bit for him, but I ain't got a lot for him.
You said I got a lot for him.
Because I do have an opinion. I do have an opinion.
Oh, and that's true. We probably not gonna hear nothing from Emily either. But did we want to though?
Who was Emily?
The one she had the real bad attitude. She was really fussing with Vince going.
Oh, the one with the big titties?
Yeah, her. Yeah, she was there.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
she was there. And I mean, obviously, we know that rest in peace. We know he's no longer with us, but we even got to see. I forgot the poor baby's name already. I'm saying rest in peace, and I don't know that man's name. But y'all know the one that passed away. We found out that he's no longer with us. He was actually at the reunion. So Vince had more than 3. Donna said Lauren was on there too. Well, Richie, thank you, Quake. Thank you. See,
Richie,
yeah, I love my virtual co-host. Thank you, Jaguar. Thank you. Look, y'all all chimed in at the same time. But yeah, so anyway, so we get into it, y'all. Donna and Vince ain't necessarily doing so well. Apparently, things fell apart. She said that she had a little coffee date with Lauren, and she found out that she was still dating Vince after the show ended. Among other people.
Among other people, right. Other people.
And one thing that I don't know it seemed like everybody had this idea or notion. And I mean, it's not the first time we've seen it, but I noticed a lot of people just felt like, oh, well, this is just too fast of a process, but they still wanted to deal with these people afterwards. Did you notice that? Like, I felt like, I mean, obviously we know it's not just them, but it just seemed like, so did everybody make a pact? And it was just like, okay, you make it to the end and choose what you want, but we could still deal with other. You get what I'm saying? Or is that just Nicole sorry ass?
So here's my issue. I do have two sides of looking at this coin.
Okay.
Vince, I feel like if you made a decision at the end, then that was your decision. I understand Donna saying, look, we said that yes, we were not going to be exclusive. We were going to continue to date each other and date other people. However, my issue is that he was also dating people from the show who he did not choose. So I guess she was cool with him dating people, like just random people in Detroit, but not somebody from the show. And then my question is, are you upset at him dating somebody from the show because he chose you over them, and now it almost sort of seems like a slap in the face? Like, so did you really want me? Or is it an ego thing?
That's a good point.
Now, Lauren and other people can throw something in your face. Because listen, my thing is, don't embarrass me. Don't have me out here thinking something is one way and it's something different. Like she said, she ran into Lauren randomly and had this conversation and found out. Like, don't do that to me.
Well, yeah, but he did again. We're gonna get deeper into it. It's just sad. It's just sad. First of all, just because we have a good shot of it. What does this woman have on, y'all?
I don't know what the hell Donna's dress is. That dress was not, I don't know what. When she stood up, like sitting down, it was like, eh. But when she stood up,
I was like, it gets worse.
Right, it does get worse because literally all of that was sheer. She was literally showing her ass. Like, I don't get it.
Nikki said Vince is a hoe, Lauren is a delusional pick-me, and Nicole needs a father and a therapist. I can't say that I disagree with that. DeMarcus said, did y'all get a chance? No, DeMarcus, we was out in the streets last night, so no, I did not have time to watch no Tempted Love Lifetime stuff, but maybe I'll try to spin the block and catch it. Donna looks a mess. Nikki already called it. Yes. Vince called Lauren a botch, okay? And Lauren just dated anybody. Yeah, that's kind of true. But, she was just trying to find her, little piece of happiness.
Unorganized material.
What?
That's funny.
Oh, God, y'all are terrible. Men always cheat or entertain disrespectfully. Remember how Greg cheated on Nene with her employee? What?
Huh?
When did that happen?
I don't know nothing about that.
Right. Hey, Chef Don Don.
What up, Don Don? Hey, boo.
Jesus. You didn't, oh my God, you didn't hear that block of ice just fall out.
Is that what that was?
Yes.
I heard it, but I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, that was outside. It just randomly fell. See, this shit's scary. Anyway, Donna needs a dress for her body type and get a hairstylist. I actually thought the hair was pretty. The dress, it was really bad. Ronnie said it was a lie by omission because if he was going to go that route, he should have told her. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, again, I definitely feel like he should have. See, the problem is I think, again, where I'm sitting, because when she said, well, they did agree to date other people, then I was like, okay, so then what are you really angry about? Are you angry? And don't get me wrong, Vince, you were wrong. Like, I feel like you should have communicated that. You should have definitely let her know you were still seeing people from the show, because especially if there were people that she might have had a contentious situation with, like, don't put me in a position to be embarrassed. But once they agreed that, yes, they agreed to see other people, then my question is, so what is it that you're upset? What was when you said you took a step back, because why? Because it was Lauren? Because he didn't tell you and Lauren was able to kind of take you off guard and embarrass you? Like, why? What was the step back? And again, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying she shouldn't have taken a step back, but I'm just curious as to what was the more egregious act in your mind. You see what I'm saying? Because if I agree to date other people and I find out that my man is dating somebody out in the streets, I can't really be mad because we agreed that we would date other people. But is it because it was Lauren? And it was because it was somebody from this,
You know what I mean? Because like she said, because what that makes me feel like is then you didn't really choose me.
Right.
So I don't know. And I don't, and again, I don't think she's wrong. And again, Vince, what that does say to me is you were still interested in dating these other people. And at the end of the day, and I get it that it's a show, y'all. I get it that we're producing a show, and I get all of those things. But maybe more people should say, look, I am choosing you. But I don't know.
That's what makes it confusing. Hey, J Dub. Thank you for stopping in.
What up, J Dub?
But yeah, no, I don't. So they're saying, I guess at Nene's clothing store, a lot of people are saying, yeah, Tracy says she remembers. I
don't remember nothing about it. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying I don't remember nothing about it. All I remember about Nene's clothing store is that it closed. I don't remember nothing else.
Okay, Jaguar said that, correction, Vince is a player. Donna is the main, Lauren is the side chick, and Nicole is the sneaky link. Let's remember they both agreed to see other people. She only got mad that that it was someone from the show. Okay.
That's what I'm saying, Jaguar. So me and Jaguar are on the same page, right? Because again, a part of me is like, do you really have a reason to be mad? If y'all agreed to see other people, do y'all really? Because at first, when they first said, I was like, well, then you can't, then you don't have no reason to be mad if y'all agreed to see other people. But then the flip side is, but if it was somebody from the show, I could see her feeling some kind of way and being like, well, then you really didn't choose me. You know what I mean? Then maybe you should have chosen Lauren, or maybe you should have chosen, hell, you reached all the way back to Nicole. Like, again, I understand, but if y'all agreed to see other people, y'all agreed to see other people.
Well, that's the same thing J-Dub said. He said Donna didn't like the non-disclosure that Vince was dating a castmate.
Yeah, I think that's what it was that it was a castmate. Because again, I don't know.
To me, that's understandable. If you're going to be right up under my nose, we got to do this reunion. And you could probably give me a heads up. I don't need to, you know what I mean? But at the same time, what's her name? Donna found out from her just running into Lauren at the coffee shop. So this is even before.
Right. And that's the other thing. I think she was embarrassed. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it was you let me be out here and get burned. Because let's be clear. I'm sure Lauren said it with some shit. I'm sure Lauren put some stank on it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I noticed that too, Ravine. It does seem like she was out on an island by herself a little bit. And we'll get into that because what's the name? Between Ashley and Dominique, I was like, I just feel like y'all are too grown to be sitting on this couch snickering and messing with. Now, is Nicole a little dodo bird a little bit? Yes, absolutely. But the way they was just sitting, oh my God, he never likes you. That just really got under my skin a little bit.
It ain't bother me. It ain't bother me because I feel like, because here's the thing. I feel like they told her to her face.
Okay, that's true.
She chose to hear what she was. So, okay, so let me rewind a little bit. Something somebody just said I want to address, and then we can move on.
Right, Tiffany. I didn't like that either. How she questioned her character. Like, well, I mean,
that's the part. Yeah, that's the part that I didn't like. Thank you. That's the part I was gonna say. I didn't like the little jab, and that's why I said with Donna, I think it was more of that it was Lauren, because I didn't like. I felt like the jab she threw was unnecessary. Because what you mad at Lauren for? Lauren didn't owe you anything, because it doesn't sound like y'all were friends. So Lauren doesn't owe you anything. Vince is the person that you, in your mind, owed you a conversation. Lauren didn't owe you a conversation. And when she saw you, she said it. And yeah, maybe she said it with a little stank on it. Maybe she said it a little snide. You know what I mean? Maybe she had like a little snide remark about it. Maybe. But she didn't owe you nothing. So that little comment she made about her character and all that, I thought that was a low blow. And I was actually shocked to hear Donna say that.
Yeah. I was like, okay, Donna, not you taking, because at the end of the day, he's who you need to be mad at, right? He's the one that chose you. He's the one that owes you some sense of loyalty. Because at the end of the day, it don't seem like you and Lauren was that tight in the first place. Extra Smoke said, I'm sorry, but Black men are taught many women are like accumulating wealth. It's not. It has to change. Poor leadership from a man crashes relationships. I can agree. I can agree. Ravine said, oh, look, J-Dub said, Vince set up the perfect plan to date them all. Ravine said, Donna knew what it was. Stop it. Miss Frischkis said, I think it was because he was not open and forthcoming with the info, and maybe she was telling him who she was dating. Okay. I like that
But
perspective.
again, that's on her. She didn't have to. That's on her.
Ooh.
If I'm dating somebody and we agree to date other people, I don't owe y'all anything.
Right. J Dub said, what if Donna was dating Steve on the side?
I don't think it matters. See, for me, it doesn't matter, but I can understand when Donna said that made me feel some kind of way, because then what it made me feel like is that he didn't really choose me. But my thing is, he didn't choose you. If he was still wanting to date other people, then he didn't choose you. You said,
right?
I don't know.
No, I hear you. Ashley and Dominique were mean girls, absolutely. But to really B's point, you can see that from two sides, that they told her to her face versus, snickering backstage.
I think Dominique. I think those are two separate things. I think Dominique is a mean girl. Ashley, but I don't think in that situation, I don't think they were being mean girls. But I do think they are mean girls.
Right. Ravine makes a good point. Vince wins in all this because all the women are mad at each other instead of being mad at him.
Exactly. And that's why I'm saying she should be mad at him. Right. If you're going to be mad at anybody, but that little comment, that little low blow you made to her, because then what ended up happening was you made that little low blow at Lauren as if Lauren was the only one, and then only to find out later on Lauren wasn't the only one. So now you look even dumber because now you was out here making it seem like Lauren was being thirsty and Lauren was this and Lauren was that. Oh, I can't believe she would want to be a side chick and number two. And it come to find out Vince was, and he probably had a few more that nobody ain't said nothing.
Right. Tiffany, Nikki said, Ashley, Ed never liked your either. So relax. And I'm kind of, I was like, because you was over here. I was interested, but he wasn't catching it. And he was still looking like, and I still don't want to. And I was like, Tiffany said, Donna said Lauren was dating multiple people and Vince was at the bottom. Well,
it doesn't matter. To me, to me, it doesn't matter where these people rank. Because again, like we said, they don't even know each other well enough to really have them ranked no kind of way.
Right. Ronnie said, it's like when you get in trouble as a child. If you told your parents as opposed to them finding out, they weren't as mad if you told them up front. Yeah.
Right. That's why I'm saying I can understand that aspect of it. Like, like I was out here in these streets. That's why I said, don't embarrass me. So again, if I'm dating somebody, that's why I said I think the element is because she was on the show, which I can understand. But in the grand scheme of things, from a global perspective outside of the show, Vince does not owe Donna a list of everybody he's dating. Again, the caveat is that they came from the show, and I understand that part of it. But if he was dating Shirley, Joanna down to the bar,
Right. Nubian said, but did Lauren know that Donna was Vince's choice before they ran into each other? I don't think so, because I don't think, I mean, maybe some of y'all have said that Lauren was absolutely being messy. But again, if she didn't know about the decision that he made, if he's still going along to get along, which I would think, but wouldn't you ask? The show is supposed to be over. You don't ask like, hey, what was your decision? What did you decide?
This is how I feel about it. This is my perspective on it. I feel like it's the same as I don't think they're supposed to tell who chose who, but I feel like it's the same as they ain't supposed to tell what happens at deliberation either, and they do. So do I think there was an official statement made or an announcement made from production to let everybody know who chose who and what happened at the end? No. But do I think they know? Yes. Because I think people talk.
Right. And I mean, that's already been confirmed from last episode, right?
Yeah.
So we knew that. Okay, what is Quake talking about? All three should be salty with Vince, and he's spreading it wide for anybody that'll give him time. Not spreading it wide, Quake, but I mean, spreading it wide, he is. All right, so
the anger should be at Vince. If there's anybody that's supposed to be, again, I agree that Vince should get all the smoke.
Absolutely. And so we ain't gonna spend too much time on this, y'all, because it wasn't too much to give. We get into Cardi and his journey on the show. Yeah. I mean, at least was his hair done? Was it braided underneath or was it loose?
It was braided, I think. Yeah. Well, shit, you know what? I don't even know.
I mean, I think I could have done without the hat, but I mean, you know, it didn't look bad. I mean,
they said he was still talking to Metaphor's child sitting on that stage, so yeah, it is what it is.
Have y'all ever? Are you asking? Have we ever had an open call and panel for Ready to Love? No, we haven't. We just, you know, do our own thing, and half the time we don't even want to get up here and do it. We do this for y'all, for real. We do this for y'all because half the time we don't even want to be up here watching it. But you know, y'all come and see us every Sunday, and that's why we keep doing it. Okay. Cardi was whack to me, right? So yeah, he basically got up there, and then Tommy asked him, like, you know, did you see how you could have opened up and, you know, communicated better? And he really didn't have, you know, he was like, yeah, I guess. But then he, like really B said, he did his talk itself in a circle, and we didn't really get nothing.
Right. And even when they were asking about
talking to anybody,
huh?
Did they ever say whether he was still talking to anybody else in the group?
I don't think he ever answered that question.
Because for some reason it gave me the vibe that it would be Ashanti if he was.
They brought up the girlfriend thing and how he responded to the girlfriend or whatever. Like they did bring that up, and he was like, "Yeah, I mean, I guess I could have defended more."
So. Oh yeah, that part. J-Dub said Cardi didn't deserve a segment. He really didn't. That was like a waste.
I agree. I agree.
And then, I mean, I hate to say it, then they played this game. They took 10 minutes of our day.
I fast forwarded through that. I don't know nothing that happened in that game.
And then we move on to this Po Baby. All right. I really feel like this is the meat and potatoes because I've never seen somebody be such a pick-me. Even though we knew she had these tendencies on the show, she displayed it. But oh girl out here down bad. So Nicole finally realizes or admits that, you know, there is no future for her and Ed, okay? Even though this is what she always wanted, and this is when we get Dom and Ashley basically telling her he was never into you. You knew that. Or he told that.
Right. And see, this is the thing. And again, two things can be true at the same time. Do I think that Dom and Ashley can be mean girls? I definitely think Dom is a mean girl. Ashley, I don't know, whatever. Yes. But do I think they were being mean girls in this moment? No. Because I would have been doing the same thing, and I don't think I'm a mean girl because they told her. Tommy told her. The other men told her. You looked back on it, and you still don't feel no differently after you watched that shit play out on television. You still didn't say, I was so stupid, y'all. Like, you still are sitting in some level of delusion. You're like, well, I mean, I was open to see where it would go, but I guess nothing. Girl, so I would have been sitting there too. I'd have been doing the same thing. Girl, he was never interested. Because what you want from us? I don't think that's being a mean girl at this point. Because they did tell her.
Look, Nikki said
Tommy told her.
Look, he said truth without love is cruel. Look, that they said, oh, Nikki said they don't call you Bully B for nothing.
Well, call me Bully B then, because I don't listen. I feel like because they're not friends. So I don't feel like they owed her anything. And I don't feel like they were wrong because, again, she was like, well, I realized that he wasn't into me. And all they said was he was never into you. I don't see that's being mean girl because he wasn't. And they told you. Everybody told you, girl.
Yeah, Miss Terry, you have a good point. Why did Tommy tell Nicole she needed to answer the question but didn't do that to Cardi? Right. That's a good point.
Answer what question? I don't remember what question.
Because remember I just asked you. I was like, did Cardi say if he was still talking to anybody from the show? Remember you were like, I don't think he answered that.
And if he did, they edited it out. But I don't remember them answering. I don't remember him answering.
Nubian said Nicole don't care how this makes her look. She's a pick-me. J-Dub said she's
the thing too. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just reading comments. Go ahead.
No, but I also think that Tommy knows the answer to some of these questions before he asked. There was no accident that they started with Vince. I was surprised that they started with somebody who actually stayed to the end and had a decision day. They seldom, they usually go week by week and go segment like that. So the fact that they started with Vince, to me, was no accident. So when they got to Nicole and they pressed her to say, I believe because they already knew the answer. So they already knew that she had messed with Vince, and they already knew what was going to be said. So that's how I feel. I feel like that. So I think maybe that's why they pressed Nicole and maybe didn't press Cardi, because they knew that Nicole added to the bullshit that had already been said.
No, I mean,
they
like
owed her
said,
silence instead of being in the peanut gallery. Okay, well, I don't agree, but okay.
Well, which Monique
all
said,
of them talk like, again, just because they showed it to us that time, all of them talk under their. We've seen them do it multiple times. They all talk under their breath. They all mumble things. They all whisper to each other. So I'm not going to hold them to a different standard than we hold everybody for every reunion, and that could be for any show. For every reunion, people mumble. For every reunion, people talk to each other and say things under their breath. I'm not going to hold Dominique and Ashley to a different standard. They all fucking do it.
Oh, look, hey, people saying we got to give Nicole some grace, y'all. Get a girl.
Why? I'm not. Maybe I'm missing something. Why do we have to give Nicole grace?
Because she just. I think there's from the few of the comments that I've read, she was the girl that probably didn't get much attention when she was younger, and now she's later on in life, and she's loving in the attention from anywhere. And I can see that. I mean, now would that make you kind of a pick me a little bit? Maybe, but again, I like to play advocate, so I'm just arguing the other side.
I'm confused, but okay. I'm clearly the minority, so I'm gonna just shut up. But I don't understand. I am so confused right now. I don't understand.
Ravine said, then Nicole chased after Vince and effed him. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
Exactly, Ravine, because I don't 100% believe Nicole's version of what happened with her and Vince. Again, Vince was on some player shit. Yes, absolutely, full stop. But because when they were backstage and Nicole was telling the story, she was not telling the same story that she told on stage. She made it seem like her and Vince never lost contact. She made it seem like her and Vince were dating or were trying to date the entire time. She made it seem like that Vince was playing with her the whole time. But when she was backstage and Vince was questioning her, then she admitted, well, yeah, you did stop talking to me for a couple of weeks. Yeah, you weren't returning my phone calls. Yeah, but I just thought that, you were caught up in the... So now you're adding... Now there was time when you didn't talk to Vince. There was time. And Vince was like, yeah, when I wasn't talking to you, that's when me and Donna were trying to work things out. That's when me and Donna were dating. So there was a break. But that's not how you made it seem on stage. On stage, you made it seem like there was one continuous situation. That's my opinion. And I feel like, but maybe, let me say this. Maybe the fact that I don't have a lot of sympathy for Nicole is because I don't buy this act from Nicole. I don't buy this. I don't think Nicole is this fucking naive. I don't think Nicole is this stupid. What I do believe is that Nicole is desperate. And she was willing to accept wherever it fell. She's a beautiful woman. Sounds like she's got a great career. I want her to go sit on somebody's couch and understand that she's the fucking prize. But I don't have sympathy for her because this whole thing with Vince, you were being manipulative in how you told that story. Even in the fact that you were pretending like you didn't really want to tell it, but you really did want to tell it. Because in my mind, production already knew, which means you told it. Because Vince ain't fucking tell him. But again, that's just me. Maybe that's why I just don't have no whole lot of sense. Right. She backtracked. You said she backtracked because Vince was mad. No, I don't think that's why she backtracked. I think she backtracked because she wasn't telling the truth.
Well, okay.
Again, that's my opinion. I'm the minority. It's just me and Raven in this island.
Vince has entered the chat. Vince
came from the bathroom and was like, why am I in it when Nicole was talking? I just, again, that's how I feel. I do not feel like Nicole's version of the story is the correct version. I think she added a little shit to the sauce. Now, do I still think that Vince was on some player bullshit? Yes. But I do think that Nicole, because she admitted it. And I don't think it's because Vince was mad. I think it's because she wanted access.
Well, I think what it was for me, and hey Vince, what it was for me was
Hey,
once
Vince,
they
from the
do
Himalayas.
right, play from the Himalayas. Once they do get Vince backstage and they like, hey, bro, she up there talking about you and she's spilling all the tea. Vince is just like, what? This is not cool. What is happening right now? Like you said, how did I get in it?
And even when he was like, she's being messy, because I think she was telling a version of the story that left some stuff out. I think she left stuff out of the timeline to make it look worse. Do I think that it was bad? Yeah, but you ain't got to add to it and make it worse.
Well, the part I couldn't get with is when once they break and they cut, and then they're backstage talking, and she's like, Vince, just tell me that you still want to talk to
right.
That
and then she was like, give me a hug. I was like, what, girl? What? That's what I'm saying. When she was like, well, just tell me, and okay, well, let me get a hug. And I was like, So even after all of that, she still wanted access. She still wanted access.
And yeah, that's what it was for me. And like you said, I was like, girl, please love on yourself a little bit more.
Can you make the writing a little bit bigger on the screen so I can see the comments? The comments are not moving at all, and I want to read what people are saying, child.
Oh, okay. Let me try. Hold on.
You were putting them up on the screen, but I don't want to have to rely. You know what you see where you can make them bigger? You can make the size bigger.
Where?
Up top, where you can put the comments on the screen. You see where it says width and height.
Hold on.
It's like a drop down menu. It's right there.
Yeah. I see it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
you're saying the writing big. There you go. Thank you.
All right, cool.
Nicole told her truth. Vince behaved messy. I don't think, but okay. Listen, that's what we're gonna disagree, and that's okay, y'all. We just ain't gonna agree. I do not think Nicole was being 100% honest. Just like I do not think Nicole. Right, J-Dub. Just like I do not think. Now I wouldn't mind doing J-Dub, you and Sabrina, I know y'all life is busy. I wouldn't mind doing a sit down with the four of us and chopping up this season, because I feel like we would have a good conversation breaking stuff down.
You know what is so funny? I literally was in their chat last week, and I was literally thinking that, and I was like, well, they got their own thing going, but I literally was like, that would be dope for us to team up and do something. So go ahead, really be, great minds think alike, girl.
Yeah. And I gotta get down there too, Lord. They live in West Jablit, but I gotta take some stuff to Sabrina. I'm trying to catch up and take some stuff to Sabrina. But I just feel like, and I have felt like this about Nicole from the beginning, going back to that very first from the mixer when she was talking about the guy from college. I said it then. I was like, she is holding on to this man. Has had ample opportunity. And he has not made any attempt. Again, you too old for this shit. We all have crushes. We were talking about that the other day, our crushes and stuff like that. We all have people that we crushed on, but right. The man, if he felt like it was his second chance, he would have been intentional in trying to reach out to you. Like, we're on a dating show. I was always interested in you. He was never interested in you. And do you notice how, now I don't know what Vince and Donna done, but Lauren said her and Vince never had sex. And even if they did, she wasn't going to admit to it. She couldn't wait to let everybody know that her and Vince had sex. Mm-hmm. Again, she was trying to act like she didn't want to tell it, but she couldn't wait to tell everything she was telling. She wanted to tell all of it.
She said, if I'm going to tell it, then I got to tell it all. Okay. Jaguar said, Vince told Nicole to get off him. That's crazy work. Dude said, you going to get your makeup on me. Right.
Did you see the look on Vince's face when she opened her arms for the hug? And he was like, you could see it. He was like, this crazy bitch. I'm telling y'all, Nicole is single, is single black female. Y'all get away from her, Vince. If you still messing with her, get away from her. Because I'm telling you, she crazy.
Yeah, she gives me up. Like I said, once I saw her lose, and be like, no, Vince, just tell me you still like me. I said, nah, you should be scared, bruh. That's not what you want.
She does be outside your door waiting for you to get home, then text you, called you 500 times type chick. I'm sorry, again, Nicole is beautiful, and she seems like I said, she seems like she has a great career. She's got a lot going for her, but she's got to believe that. And at the end of the day, none of those men picked you, which means that you are the prize. Move on. That's my opinion.
Look, really
then Nicole begging Vince on her knees, hugging him. Vince had to put right. That's what and again, I think I don't know. Now again, the Vince Donna part of it, I ain't got nothing for you, Vince. I ain't got nothing for you. But the Nicole part, I don't know. I ain't buying what she putting down. Sorry, not sorry.
Ed was a good guy because he definitely could have pulled the Vince on Nicole. I agree. Nicole wanted to look like she was number one, right?
And wasn't. She was number 3.
Look, they talking about your mama. No, we not.
I ain't talking about nobody mama.
Right.
Exactly. Messy equals not telling the whole truth. See, I'm telling you. Listen.
Look, you speak Vince. You speak Vince.
I think I speak Vince because Vince, I don't know. I do speak Vince. I ain't saying I agree with everything, but I understand.
Nikki said 3 different pH balance levels is messy. Vince gone.
Oh, Vince was hoeing now. Vince was for the streets.
Okay.
Vince got hoes in different area codes now. Let's be clear.
Okay.
And let's be clear.
Look, Nicole told her truth. Vince's behavior was messy. Vince got some voodoo on.
I think Nicole, right. I think you're right. Nicole told her truth. Nicole didn't tell the truth. She told her truth.
Look, they out here speculating. Quay said he must have some strong game, okay? Because way he had these women tripping.
Listen, it's always one in every season, though, ain't it? Every season there's one, and you be like, what?
Right.
Vince was in them streets, honey.
Nicole reminds me of a friend who was a low-key crazy and stalkerish. And look, it was funny when Really B said she's gonna be sitting outside waiting for you. I said, Really B, is that a stray? I done told y'all my truth, okay?
I think we have all had moments of crazy. The problem is when you still in that crazy. Look, I can tell y'all some stories when I was in my 20s. Operative word, I was in my 20s. Oh, I popped up. I popped up.
Okay.
Back in the day, you had to hit that star 67 to block your number. Oh, I didn't hit the star 67, so they couldn't star 69 me. Oh, yeah.
Oh, look.
He's not for the street.
He said he's not in the streets, y'all.
GC said for you because somebody calling. ring.
GC, I kind of agree with this notion that she told because she wanted to eliminate the competition, because you see Lauren was ready to fall back. Donna was like, oh, wow, that's what we doing. So I absolutely
listen. I told y'all in my opinion, I don't know if you were here when I said this, Vince. I'm going to say it for your sake. I'm going to say it one more time. In my opinion, production already knew. And the only way that production knew is if people told them. Because I don't think it was any mistake that Vince was the first segment. Because, and y'all can correct me, y'all be the ready to love historians in the chat. How many times have we started off the reunion with one of the final couples? The very first segment was because I was like, we starting with Vince?
Them, right.
Why are we starting with the final couple? And when the whole Lauren Donna part of it, they knew that, but I do not think it was I don't think it was by accident that Tommy was pressing so hard on Nicole, because Nicole had already told production that she was fucking around with Vince. That's my opinion.
I agree, because again, she wanted to be known. She gives me the vibe of one of those.
To be known, yeah.
And until GC said that, I didn't think about it, but she definitely gives me the vibe of somebody who's like messing with like a married man or something like that, and she wants to go tell your wife in hopes that she'll leave you so she can be with you.
Child, she like, what was that movie with the was it the movie with Beyonce with the chick?
Yes.
Obsessed.
Yes. Was it Obsessed?
That's Nicole. I'm sorry. That's whatever it is. Obsessed, obsession. That is Nicole. Hand that rocks the cradle. Not hand that rocks the cradle. The one with they boiled the bunny. That was way back.
Rabbit in the pot crazy. Rabbit in the pot crazy.
Yeah. Boiled the bunny. Yeah. That like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, seriously, I'm not even being funny. And Nicole, again, baby, go sit on somebody's couch, because you bring something to the table, but you got to believe that.
Okay.
Nobody can tell you. And that's why I didn't think that Dominique or Ashley were being mean girls, because everybody tried to tell her that man is not interested in you. And you are still sitting on this reunion after watching the entire season,
right?
After seeing how you acted, after seeing what was said about you when you were in the room, you are still sitting here talking about, well, you know, I was open to see where things were going to go. What do you mean? You still sitting there waiting for this man. And that man was like, yeah, no, I think the friend zone is where things need to stay. Well, I'm open to us still being friends. Girl. And what that means is I still want to keep the door open. Because you're not open to y'all still being friends because y'all are friends now.
Right. Hey, Miss E, good morning. Vince is no better than Darius or Bello. All three of them were playing with these ladies' emotions.
I can agree with that. I think all of them was. I agree with that. I can agree.
And hey, Sabrina, I seen you come in.
Hey, Sabrina, girl.
We was just talking about y'all. J-Dub said, I'm sure we can put something together. We would love to work with the home team. Like Bello said, it's familiar. You stupid.
J-Dub is so silly. Sabrina, before you came in, we were talking to your husband. And we were saying that we would love to maybe do like a end of the season wrap up and just talk about some of this mess after the last part of the reunion. I know y'all schedule is tight, but let's talk about it. See if we can work something out. I think that would be a fun time.
Yes, it definitely would be. Kiwan said Nicole chose not to be aware in this whole process. True, very true. Lil Baby says sounds like she wanted to blow up his spot because she knew he had moved on. Well, clearly he ain't moved on that far because he was ready.
Woo, little baby.
Vince said the problem is she didn't tell the complete truth. Okay, Vince. He said y'all ain't gonna tarnish my name. Look,
well, Vince, I believe she didn't tell the complete truth. Now, again, I don't believe 100% innocent in this, but I do believe that Nicole is not telling the entire truth.
Brandon said, Vince, if you think Nicole will boil your pet rabbit, blink twice. Blink twice in the chat.
And she will. Ain't no blink twice. She will.
Woo!
I hope she don't know your real address. I hope y'all met at restaurants. I hope she don't know where you live, where you lay your. Well, yeah, y'all slept together, so you would probably dumb enough to invite her back to your house. You probably did.
Auntie Kimmy Kim giving us a sermon today on this good Sunday. Don't make that man tell you twice that he don't want you. Okay.
Say it again for the people in the back.
For the people
in the back. And that man told her 20 times that the dude from college, he told her 20 times he didn't want her.
Okay. And she heard what she wanted to hear. Well, maybe. Well, I guess I just decided I had to move on. No, he is not interested. Absolutely. Even the fact when Tommy was like, what is it? And he was like, I didn't understand the question. I said, there's no way I would have let somebody play in my face like that. Tiffany said, every woman on this chat has been in Nicole's shoes, though. We've all played. Yes, we have. Again, I sat outside somebody's house. I told y'all I'm not,
As the great Miles J said, I've been a fool for love. Gave me the run around. I just said that. Absolutely. But again, two things can be true at the same time. Yes, I've played a fool for love, but that doesn't mean that other people have to be nice to me because I was being a dummy. That was when y'all was saying that they were being mean girls. I don't think they're obligated to be nice to her because she's being stupid. Am I wrong?
No, I don't. I mean, I get what you're saying. You just like they call the thing a thing. You know what I mean?
Trace, let me say this, and I say this with all the love in my heart. Me and Trace are friends off this apparatus. And I have told her stuff about me. She has told me stuff about her. And if Treese comes to me and wants advice, and I will give her advice, Treese is still free to live her life the way she chooses to live her life. I'm free to have an opinion about it. Now, because she is my friend in real life, obviously I'm going to treat her with a certain level of kid gloves. When she come back around and tell me, girl, you were right, I ain't going to be like, I know I was right. I'm going to be like, girl, come on, let's get some wine. Let's have a drink. Let's talk about it. And vice versa. Well, y'all know Treese is going to be, come here, girl. Y'all know how Treese is. But the flip side is, but if I don't have a relationship with you and we are not friends, I don't understand why them having their commentary about how dumb Nicole was being makes them a mean girl. But again, we're not going to agree, and I love y'all anyway. And we just me and Ravine just on the island by ourselves today. We just out here together.
J-Dub said,
sitting outside of Shawty house with the Vaseline and the Timbs like Kelly Wright.
J-Dub said the ones who claim to step back are still stepping up. Right.
Boy,
Well,
and the thing
right.
is, this happens every season. Let's go on to the next segment because this happens every season. So,
right,
I just didn't see it from you, Vince. I didn't see it coming from you, Vince.
Well, then we also see that Christina clapped back at his ass. This was another one that I mean, obviously we had to get into it. First of all, can I just say I really liked her dress, even though I felt like she needed to pull it up a little bit more because the girls were falling out. But I mean, I liked it. You're gonna tell me no?
You can like it.
Look, you see, this is what friends do, right? She ain't trying to hurt my feelings.
I like Ashley's dress. Isn't that her name, Ashley? The one that was sitting next to Dominique?
Yes.
Is that Ashley?
Yes.
I liked her dress. So here's the thing about this dress. I just think I don't think it fits. I think it's ill-fitting. It's probably a person dress. It's probably a pretty dress standing up, but sitting down like that is. But I think because of I shouldn't say what I was going to say. I just think it doesn't fit. The top part is ill-fitting.
Yes, that I can agree with that. The top part. Okay, StreamYard is really tripping.
Yeah, StreamYard on some ish today, honey.
Yeah, right. All right, but we gonna
because, like I said, I still can't see that. When I say I started to go out and come back in, but I don't want to hold up the live. But when I say my chat has not moved since the first like 5 comments of this live, so
really, yeah, this is wild. So yeah, y'all. So we get into Christina, and Quake. That's a good point. Maybe that's why she's
pregnant. Christina.
Oh,
I don't know.
Nikki said Ina looked a mess. Ina.
But, Christina. Oh, Ina. Okay, I was like,
yeah.
Ina.
But yeah, so we get into this little segment, and Tommy's asking her, or they're talking about, her love language, which is acts of service and gifts. And she was just like, I feel like if a man, I want a man to show up for me the way I show up for them. And I anticipate my man's needs. So if, he had a long day, I'm going to have give him a back rub. You know what I'm saying? If I know he been out at work, I'm going to make sure his dinner's ready. And so I understood what she was saying. But then, I don't know, because like Devin said, it was one thing when I thought it was my idea. It felt different when I realized I was being played and you were basically going to other people asking for the same thing.
Listen, all of this is bullshit. She is trying to explain away her point. Her point, she said it very clearly. If you go back to the very beginning, when she first gave the example, when she first talked about this damn massage, she meant what she said and she said what she meant. She threw the bird out. She threw the child, what they call it in jail. She threw the message out to 3 different men to see what their responses were going to be. And the person that responded and said, hey, because even when she said, well, Chris told me, because this lets you know that this was about the money. Because when Chris told her, oh, I would love to do that, but I ain't in a position right now. She was like, and I mean, I understood that was okay. So this was about the money. Because if Chris has said, because first of all, something had to be said for the expectation of money to even be a part of the conversation. Because why would Chris automatically assume you wanted money from him? Why wouldn't he assume, well, I could come over there and, I could give you a massage. I could rub your back for you. The fact that Chris responded with, well, I'm not really in a position to do that right now. And you gave him a pass. Talking about some, right. Well, I mean, at least he was honest. I understood. He's just not in. That was about money. She meant what she said, and she said what she meant. Now she's trying to talk around it and trying to dress it up and try to make it sound nicer than what it was. She meant what she said, and she said what she meant. And here's the thing: ain't nothing wrong with it. If that's the type of person you are, then be who you are. If you the type of person that a man need to buy you bags and expensive dinners and take you on flights and be in first class, girl, be who you are. Ask for what you want. But I feel like now she's just trying to talk around it and make it seem like that is not what it was. That's exactly what you meant. You meant what you said the first time. You meant exactly what you said.
Well, I love J-Dub's comment. Ina Lee wants husband treatment from people she has zero interest in.
Right, because it was all about how much she was trying to get, as much as she could get. She wanted exposure because she is an artist in the Detroit area, so she was looking for exposure, and she was trying to get as much out of these men as she could. You were fully expecting, even when she said, "Oh yeah, I mean, my massages cost $300." Girl, you didn't need no $300 massage. You could have went down to Massage Envy. I don't know how much they cost a Massage Envy because I don't particularly enjoy massages, so I don't get them a lot. But I don't know how much of a massage costs down to the Massage Envy.
It's like it used to be. I mean, a good $100. You got a tip, but
yeah, so $300 for a massage, girl, go somewhere. You were absolutely looking for a payday. Because think about it. If all three of them men had sent her $300, she'd have walked away with $1,000 lick. Girl, bye.
Nikki said Christina crying out of nowhere on top of her behavior at the 70s party gives YT girl.
Oh. She was drunk. She was
what,
drunk.
At that 70s party.
She was slurring her words and everything. Her ass was drunk. Massage Envy 125. Okay, so with a tip 150, 160. I don't know. I don't do massages often. I've had them, but I don't do them often. But you asking for $300 for a massage, girl, you was trying to get a lick. And you got it off of him. He gave it to you. And that's who you sit next to on the couch.
Okay. Elise said many of y'all been played by Vince too. I don't know how y'all didn't see it coming from him. Why not? Many of y'all thought him being an a-hole was okay when others of us were saying no, it's a problem. Okay.
Who's the y'all? I feel like the y'all is me. Are you saying me? Because I ain't dating Vince. He didn't play me. Because I still feel the same way I feel. Vince is an asshole and I don't have no problems with it. Again, it's different strokes. Some people think I'm an asshole. Hell, y'all call me Bully B. It's different strokes for different folks. I don't feel like his personality is an issue. That's me, but I ain't dating him. I don't feel like I got played. How did I get played? I ain't dating him.
All right, y'all. So let's get into it because y'all done already got into it in the chat. We done seen the pictures all over IG, and we know that Bello and Dom clearly are no longer together. And apparently he was in this same fit for his wedding photos that have come out online. Yeah, y'all, let's get into it. So Dom was saying everything was going well after the show. It was all good till a week ago. And then, he just came up and said, yeah, I want to be with somebody that I could see myself getting married and having kids with, and it ain't you. So this ain't going to work. And I decided to 1, 2, 3, release her. And that's what he did. Okay. He released her. And of course, Dom was upset. She was like, why would you play in my face like that? You over here, I didn't let you meet my kids. I done brought you into my family. And so she was, real upset or whatever. And then she said that he ain't got it like that. And I guess that's why he took a step back, because his money really ain't money and how it's supposed to. Any thoughts on that, y'all? J-Dub said Dom got bellowed.
Let me say this. I have a couple of things, and I guess this ain't going to be popular either. Number one, I need to know when Bello got married. Yes, it looks like Bello is married, but I need a date. The reason why, we know that this was filmed in 2024, y'all. It is 2026. So I don't think that, unless they can show that those pictures were like a week after they filmed this or whatever, I need a timeline. That's number one. Number two,
not the day before Jesus's birthday, right?
But Christmas don't mean nothing to him.
Oh, that's true.
There goes the difference, that religious difference that could be an issue. And here's the thing: he knows Christmas means something to her, and he should have been more respectful of that. But it don't mean nothing to him. It's not his holiday. It's not, so it doesn't hit him. I mean, he was like, okay, it's Monday, But here's what I will say. Bello, you could have handled it better, and you could have handled it better, and you was wrong for how you handled it. Period. That's full stop. You could have handled that better. You were wrong for how you handled that situation. Full stop.
Let me ask y'all, do y'all really think, I understand her being upset and why she's upset, right? Because it's like, why even choose me if that's the way that you felt? Because like she said, it was only like, 3 weeks? So it just makes me think, did you just do it just to smash?
I don't think so, because they was already smashing.
You think they already? And that's why I was asking the question, because I'm like, is that what happened? And then he was like, okay, I had my cake, and I can dip now. Like, I don't know, just something that came to mind. But to your point, we did already think they were smashing, so then it's like,
So here's what I think happened, and I think this goes back to who was I think it was Ashley's friend that told her, "Don't let him tell you." And I do. The person who used to bring up the Muslim thing, this is where their point was valid. I do feel like what her friend was saying about him saying he got married in 2025, right? So I mean, we don't know, like, that they filmed this show in 2024, y'all. So again, I don't know, him being married. Well, yeah, he definitely wore the same clothes. Now he definitely repurposed that outfit. Absolutely, he did. But what I will say is, this is where his religion and his faith may very well have played a part in this. Because although I think, this is going to be mean when I say it, I think Dom was somebody fun to play with until it was time to seriously settle down. I don't think he ever saw Dom as his wife. I just don't. I think he saw Dom as a good time. I think they enjoyed each other's company. I think they got along well. I do think he enjoyed her, but I don't think he ever saw her as his wife.
Tiffany, valid point. She did say that he had a girlfriend, so maybe that girlfriend later became his wife.
Maybe.
But to your point, really, B, I can agree with you. I don't think he ever saw her as a wife, and I think he was always playing in her face, and that's why it makes me like, did you just do this to hit it? Because I don't think you needed to take it this far. Like, you get what I'm saying? You could have probably.
We've seen people do it all the time. Men. I mean, I say men because I date men. I can't speak for what women do, but I mean, we see men do it all the time just to hit it. And you'd be like, you ain't even have to do all that just to hit it. Like, if this was just about sex, like, you worked real hard just for some sex. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. J-Dub said his money is right. He said he got 330 million properties in Windsor, Canada. Each home costs 1.6 million Canadian. Okay.
Well, and I believe J-Dub, because one, I know J-Dub. I respect that J-Dub has done his research and he know what the fuck he's talking about. Number two, I already told y'all, I don't respect that Mad Day stuff. I don't respect, especially, again, I'm speaking on women, because men do it too, but we're talking about Dom in the situation. I don't respect the, now that y'all not together no more, now everything about him was just wrong. But you wanted to marry him, but you were calling him the one. You would be like, I don't respect it. So when she threw out there, your money ain't right, I feel like she was just throwing shit at the wall. And I don't know whether his money is right or not. I never did the research. Again, I trust what J-Dub is saying. So I listen, I didn't bite on that because I felt like she was just throwing shit at the wall at that point.
Right. And like J-Dub said, she said they had not one argument. Quake said maybe he didn't know until he knew. Okay.
Yep. He said I'm being sarcastic. Bello gave Ashante's parents his portfolio. Oh, okay. I mean, you said it, and I was like, okay, because again, that kind of stuff, Mad Day stuff, don't stick with me. Like, I don't. And don't get me wrong, sometimes you don't know that somebody, they lie about their money and all that. I get that. Like, sometimes you don't know until you do a little more research and you realize, oh, wait a minute, this dude was lying the whole time. I get that. But to me, I don't, unless he stole money from you, I don't feel like that matters. And talking about why the two of y'all aren't together.
I agree. I mean, because at the end of the day, he's not taking care of you. So, he's moved on. And Nikki said, Dom was overreacting, in my opinion. She's trying to get on another show, in my opinion. Okay.
I think she's embarrassed because, again, she act like she had the prize. She walked around with like her shit didn't stink, like she had the prize. And she realized, girl, you was getting played just like all the rest of them.
Right. Quay said, I think Dom was... she wanted the relationship look for the reunion. I could see that. See that. Oh, okay. Auntie Kimmy, a lot of y'all say they smashed on the trip. Some of y'all say they smashed before the trip.
I believe it.
Bello just wanted to end the show off as the good guy. Well, he said what he said. His ex told him he should have released her earlier. So he was doing her a favor by releasing her. Okay.
And again, here's the thing: it's nothing wrong with breaking up with somebody, but I do think there's a way that you break up with somebody. Like texting somebody on Christmas Eve is some bullshit. You know what I mean? Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, you know that she does. You could have waited 2 more days. You could have waited through Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. You could have said, "Hey, let's sit down. I need to talk to you." And you have a face-to-face conversation with her and say, "Look, I really thought this was going to work out. It's not working for me. I don't feel like it's going in the direction it needs to go in." She's going to be mad either way. But I do think there's a way that you handle stuff.
Right. Hey, Steven. There was one comment that okay, thank you, GC Chair. The season was fall 2024, the reunion was 2025, and he was married after the reunion. Okay, thank you for the timeline.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you, CC Chair.
J Dub said Bella wanted an immediate son. It wasn't going to happen. Right. Okay.
Maybe that happened to me. A friend of mine married this guy from she married this guy from Kenya, and she was already in her early 40s when they got married, and then they had a miscarriage, and then he wanted a divorce, and he was like, "Well, you lied to me. You told me you would give me a son." She was like, "I'm trying. What you mean? Like that's not how the human body works." First of all, my thing was, sir, she was already in her 40s when y'all got married. So let's start there. And then she was pregnant and she had a miscarriage. She can't control her body miscarrying. Right. You know what I mean?
It's wild. It's wild. But yeah, y'all. So that was pretty much the end of part 1 of Ready to Love reunion, y'all. I can't wait till they dig into the breakdown of Darius and Ashley, even though I think we can already pretty much figure out what their downfall was. Because the fact that the girl was crying when she said yes should have been, red flag enough to know that this is probably something you shouldn't be doing. But
them dead animals around his neck should have been your red flag.
Right. Exactly. And yeah, I apologize, y'all, for StreamYard acting crazy in the chat, because literally my comments are jumping. I don't know the last one it's all over the place, but I appreciate your patience, y'all. If you have not already, really, B, what you got going on? Well,
in about 15 minutes, we're going to be doing Beyond the Gates over on my channel, Trees. If you want the link, let me know. I know you might have other stuff to do today because you were out all day yesterday, but if you want the link, come on through.
All right.
And then at 6:30, Jaguar, don't cuss me out. At 6:30 my time, I'm almost thinking, wait a minute, let me double check before I give you the wrong time again. We're doing Traders, but I think it's going to be 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Let me double check. Let me go to the group chat real quick. Because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing again. 6:30 my time, 5:30 Central Time. We're going to be doing Traders, and then of course I'll be doing tonight. I think they're doing, is it the first part of the reunion tonight, or is it the interview with Karen tonight? Whichever it is, we'll be talking about that tonight.
I thought it was the interview with Karen, like this whole last.
Yeah, because I know they dropped the trailer for the reunion, but I guess the reunion starts next week, I guess.
Yes,
I know the interview is tonight, but I don't know if they were going to do the interview and then part 1 of the reunion or what.
Oh,
whatever it is, we're going to talk about it tonight. Hold on, let me see if I can go look real quick and see what's coming on. What channel is Bravo? Shit, I don't even know what channel Bravo is. Let me tell y'all. I don't even know what channel Bravo is. Yeah.
Well, y'all be on the lookout. I owe y'all some Beyond the Gates content. I also need to drop Love After Lockup or Love During Lockup. So y'all be getting a visit from cousin Lauren. What else I got going on? Stay tuned. I still need to, y'all, if y'all can't tell, I am so checked out of Real Housewives of Potomac at this point. But I'm gonna give y'all a recap. And then other than that, I might hop on JB and Really B's live and say what's up and give my opinion.
Right here, hold on. I mean, go ahead. I can tell you before we.
No. I'm done.
All right, give me 2 seconds before you hit the button. So the Real Housewives of Potomac. Yeah, it just says the Real Housewives of Potomac. It says at 8:00. And then it says that Married to Medicine is still supposed to come on at 9:00. So what I'm thinking is that it's going to be the one-on-one with Karen, because I know that's February the 1st. So we're going to talk about that tonight. And then I guess part 1 of the actual reunion starts next Sunday, because Married to Medicine comes on at its regular time. And it doesn't specifically say one-on-one with Karen. So I don't know if they're considering that part 1 of the reunion or what. I don't know. Or maybe it's not going to take up the whole hour. Maybe the one-on-one with Karen isn't a full hour. I don't know, but we'll find out at 8 o'clock, child.
Okay. But all right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead, hit that like button. Make sure that you guys comment if you haven't already, Replay Gang. And make sure that you are subscribed if you are not already. All right, y'all. And follow us on all the platforms. That's the TikTok, Twitter, the Facebook, the IG, the Blue Sky, all that lovely stuff. And yeah, y'all, we will catch you next week for round 2 of Ready to Love. Have a good one. Have a blessed week. Bye-bye.
Good night. I said good night. It's 10 o'clock in the morning.
Girl, you said 10 o'clock.